Good morning. This is Victor Jimenez with Sewer Line Check Professionals. I'm here at 2402 Nayland Drive in Los Angeles, and I'm in the process of performing a video examination of the main sewer line. Now, the main sewer line is the portion of the waste drainage piping which is exterior to the structure. It lies underground and connects the building drain line system to the public sewer. The building drain line system then is the portion or portions of the waste drainage piping which are interior to or underneath the structure. The building drain system is not the focus of today's video examination, so if further evaluation is desired regarding the building drain line system, a licensed plumbing contractor should be contacted, or a specialty building drain line video examination can be set up through our office. Alright, so I've accessed today's main sewer line from a pair of main sewer line cleanouts located just on the left side of the driveway here. And it's actually a two-way cleanout system, so there's two caps. One pushes up towards the property, towards the actual structure itself, and the other one pushes in the opposite direction towards the public sewer. So I've gone ahead and started with the connection that heads out to public sewer. We've pushed about just under 122 feet, and we're looking at this connection to public sewer. So I'll go ahead and do the inspection coming from public sewer back up to this cleanout. Then I'll go ahead and put the camera into the opposite cleanout, the one that pushes up towards the structure, and we'll wrap up the examination there. So pulling away from public sewer, we are entering a 6-inch diameter vitrified clay pipe. The vitrified clay is a very common material for main sewer lines. It has a long service life expectancy. However, it also is more susceptible to damage during earthquakes and seismic activity, and it also has a tendency to let in roots at the joint areas. Now, in a couple places in this 6-inch diameter pipe, we saw a couple spots with some kind of moderate to heavy root intrusion. I'm going to be taking some photographs for the report, so I might slow down at certain parts of the videos, just so that I can get a photograph. Now, as I mentioned earlier, roots in a clay pipe are generally considered a maintenance issue. As long as proper cleanings are done, it's not too much of a concern. And the issue here is when the pipes are left unmaintained and the roots are left to get to a point where here, I'm going to push forward a little bit. Okay, so here's an example. This is some pretty excessive root intrusion here on the left side of the pipe. The issue with this is that we're not really able to see what's going on under that. It's not really clear whether there's a break in the line there, and which is causing all of these roots to be able to access the system, or if this is just a circumstance where the pipe hasn't been cleaned for long enough that the roots have been let to grow to that condition. Now, it doesn't seem that they're doing any excessive blocking of the pipe. My point in that is that the water might be flowing, but the bigger concern there is that it might be hiding a break in the pipe. Alright, so pulling out of that, we're now entering a 4-inch diameter pipe, and we're essentially running up the driveway. I went ahead and looked up the sewer line on the city maps, and this home is at the top of a driveway with several other homes attached to it. And all of the houses have a separate sewer system, and they all run basically just down this driveway and then connect up to the city sewer. So we're essentially running down this, or running up this shared driveway right now. And we're still in the section of vitrified clay. Now this section that we're going through right now, this 4-inch section, is in acceptable condition. Any root intrusion that we are seeing is extremely minor. I'm not seeing any breaks or cracks. The line has a proper slope, so the water and other debris are draining out of the line. Now, there is one point of concern in this line so far. Nothing extremely excessive, but it's more just something to kind of be known about, that every 100 feet of pipe run in a sewer system is supposed to have an access point with which to do proper maintenance or cleaning. Now, This line from this cleanout that access today is 120 feet. There's only one access point for that. Now, like I said earlier, well, this is a concern in the sense that it's not exactly per code. I don't know that this is really going to cause much of a problem or a situation in the future. The line is all this vitrified clay. 20 more feet in the line. If you just employ hydrojetting as your standard method of cleaning, you shouldn't have any issues with getting this line properly cleaned and hydrojetted and kind of maintained. But it is something to note. At that 100-foot mark, there should have been another access point for that last 20 feet of the line. Okay, so we have about another 30 feet. We're going to be coming up upon a turn here pretty soon, which will, great. So now we're running actually up the individual driveway of 2402. About another 15 feet here, and then we're going to go ahead and flip the camera around, and we'll actually access the other cleanout, which then pushes up, and I'll give you some orientation on that. Alright, you can see here there's two cleanouts. The cleanout closest to the structure heads to the structure. Cleanout farther one away heads towards the street. Go ahead and we're now going in the opposite direction in the pipe. Alright, now this is a little bit of a concern. Essentially, as soon as we're getting into this line, this is pretty excessive section of pretty excessive roots, and it looks like some debris being caught up in there. Alright, now at this point we're going to have the video running. I'm just going to go ahead and get some water running, and just be just a second. Be right back to narrating. Alright, perfect. So we've gone ahead and cleared off this camera. So, right at this point here, we're actually under the house. So, this section ahead of us is all the building drain system. Yeah, alright. So, here we are in this section of vitrified clay. Yeah, so basically, as I kind of explained a second ago, really just the concern here is that what occurs when you have those kind of excessive roots is, like right now, the camera, is completely underwater. The line's not entirely backing up, but the roots and the other debris that's kind of caught up in there is causing this situation that like some water is starting to build up, and we're not really able to see what's going on. Portion it all. Try to get a photograph of that so you can kind of see, and you can see the water levels rising here. And the camera is essentially kind of tunneled a hole through the pipes. But yeah, the issue with that is that those roots are kind of blocking that up. So that's about 3 feet away, maybe 2 feet away from this clean out towards the structure. So pretty much, you know, it's not really that concerning in the sense that this is pretty common in a clay system. However, it does need to be maintained properly. So I'm just going to go ahead and get a photograph of this for the report. Alright, so just to orient you, this is the cleanout that pushes out towards the street, and that's the cleanout that pushes out towards the house. So pretty much my recommendation at this time is going to be to get the line hydrojetted, to have us come back out and do another follow-up examination, and that will just be to make sure that those sections that have the in the vitrified clay that have some pretty excessive root intrusions just properly evaluated, that we can determine fully and completely what the condition of those joint areas are. Other than that, the line, outside of those sections that did have those excessive root intrusions, the line seems to be doing fine. It's in acceptable condition. It seems to be functioning as intended. So essentially my recommendations at this time are going to be as stated earlier. Okay, and with that we're going to be wrapping up the video portion of the examination for today. Once again, this is Victor Jimenez with Sewer Line Check Professionals. Thank you very much and have a pleasant day.